What's up, Davy? What's up, Bruce? Hey, Baron. I just started this, but I'm actually going to run to the bathroom real quick. Allie C, what's up? Joseph. Favorite Christmas song? Should have peed first. This is true. Favorite Christmas song is the one that's like chestnuts roasting over an open fire. I don't know what that one's called, but it's a great one. Is it cold here? It's pretty cold here. It's colder here than College Station, but today was not that cold. It was a little warmer today. Allegedly, there was a glitch. Maybe your account was compromised. So did you change your password? Right? I did not change my password, but yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like it's more likely that it was a glitch than that my account was compromised, but I guess either one's possible. Yeah, hopefully it was a glitch. I did not time out Naomi. Alex Garcia, what's up? This is the second to last Q&A. So if you have any really good questions you've been saving, these two are the time to do it. It's difficult to come into Q&A. What's up, Rod? Thank you. Same to you. He needs to come in for the last 10 minutes too. Oh, where's Brian? Yeah, he will. Or he said that he might. Oh, Brian is not here, but yeah, random names. You can ask anything. Is it free for all? Yeah, just ask any questions you want. I'm glad you're enjoying the trip. Yeah, it's very cool. What's your plan for 2020? My plan is sometime in January, I'm going to go back to Boise and see my family, and I don't have any big plans after that. I'm probably going to live in my car. Those are the only two things that are really solid. My first time here. Cool, Kenny one. Good to hear it. Do you live alone? I don't. I live with my friend who lives upstairs, who's upstairs right now, but we're staying at another friend's place at the moment for about a week. Like, what's been the best part of the trip so far? That's a really good question. I mean, I think actually going to the city like that whole day was pretty awesome. But like literally everything we've done has been really fun, and I don't say that lightly. Like I'm not the type of person to be like, oh man, I'm having the best time of my life. I'm not. Like this is a ridiculously fun trip. Okay, so some good questions here. GP, what expectations, predictions about New York City were fulfilled, and what surprised you about the city? Unless this is covered in the newsletter. Um, yeah, that was a good recommendation, by the way. GP, thanks for sending me that for the newsletter. But this is a good question for here as well. I talked about it a little bit in the newsletter, which I haven't put out yet, so it's my fault that I would be being redundant. But I will say a little bit. I expected it to be like more of a letdown, just because like a lot of places and the type of things like sometimes you hold something out and you're like, oh, I'm not going to go there, I'm not going to do this, I'm just going to wait, and like then it's going to make it special or something. But actually it was really special. It was really cool. I liked going to the city a lot, and I felt like it was a great time to do it because I'm coming to the end of this project that I feel like is a big deal, and New York's kind of all about like like working hard and like making something, making something happen, and I feel like that's sort of what I tended to do this year. So I think it was a fitting time to go. Um, Predictions that were fulfilled. I did not expect. I mean, I guess I expected the good food, but I did not expect the bao to be that good. It blew my mind. I I think a majority of the things were just like overwhelmingly good in ways I didn't expect. The subway was cool. Like everything was pretty. I mean, having people who live there was obviously nice because they're good guides, but everything was pretty easy and like chill. But at the same time, it was like a fast-paced area. It was just awesome. It was really cool. I'm excited. We're going back tomorrow, and I'm really excited. You have the best momentum. Why stop streaming and waste the whole progress? That's a good question. Someone else, it might have been you. Someone asked it at a different point, but it's a really good question. Why waste the whole progress? Um, I mean, the idea is not necessarily to make like a social media like snowball. Like I'm not trying to make a huge snowball of like social media followers and make like $1 million. Like that's not my main intention. You know what I mean? So my main intention is to have a good life, and so I'm trying to kind of like balance that and find out what makes that happen. And I think it's important for me for a couple of reasons to like take a break and kind of like see and try to remember what normal life is like for at least a little bit before like considering doing more of something like this project. Um, so yeah, waste the whole progress. Also, I don't think that this community and like everyone who's liked the project so far will all disappear if I don't if I stop for a day. You know what I mean? When I stop doing it, I think that people still like the idea, and if I started doing something like it again, I'm sure some of them would stick around and want to see more and like want to be part of it, and I would be really excited about that because I like people in this community a lot. It's the coolest part. Can you speak up? Yeah, let me turn this up. When are you going skiing? I'm probably gonna go skiing when I'm in Boise, but that will not be on stream because um, the way that I ski would break all of my streaming equipment. How many children have watched? I don't know the answer to that, Taylor. It's Michael Aaron London. Okay, with your project coming, did I miss anything? Yeah. With your project coming to a close soon, what is the one thing that surprised you the most in this experience? I think the thing that surprised me the most was like um, how much I ended up like watching myself back and like my thoughts about watching myself and like how largely dissatisfied I was with like a lot of what I saw from watching myself and like how things the difference between how you think things go and then watching back like how situations actually went. There's like especially if you're obviously like altering your mind, there's a difference. And so that was big. I didn't expect any of that. What has been the best reaction to the eagle costumes? Definitely the girls in the Huddle House when we were doing the last Q&A, so exactly a week ago. Or, it was like sometime in the morning, so not exactly, but they were really funny. They were just cracking jokes and telling us how much they hated Southern Illinois. Proud of you this whole year, Michael. Thank you, TJ. Are you guys going to pass by Pennsylvania to pick up Bachurski? Yeah, we are. We're going to do Christmas with Bachurski, I believe. So we're going to go to Philadelphia and do Christmas with him, and then we're going to take him back to College Station with us. Miss you in London. Do you miss Davy? Oh, I don't miss Davy yet. I'm sure that I'll miss Davy at some point. It was fun hanging out with her again. She's awesome. But I'm surrounded by a bunch of cool people here too, so not missing anything. The beginning of my message didn't come up, Aaron. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. If it had any like curse words or something profane, then it might have gotten auto blocked. So maybe try rephrasing if that's the case. Hi, Michael, Oz TV fan. You seem to be able to use the camera everywhere you went. Were you surprised or expecting a few more places to be difficult? I don't know if you saw, I ran into a little bit of trouble at the ice skating place and at the museum. And, when I started this project, I actually expected to run into problems everywhere all the time. That was going to be 100 times worse than it was in terms of people being like, you can't come in here. But honestly, most of the time, people don't even notice what I'm wearing or what's going on, which I think is hilarious, but it's just the case. And so I've been consistently surprised by how few people give me problems. But in New York, there are a couple places, and I was not surprised that I got problems, but I was surprised that the problems were fine, and like I was able to stay in the museum, despite like each floor having their own rules and trying to make us do something different. And then the ice skating rink, I just kind of like fabricated a story, which I actually haven't done before, but that was fine. I mean, it's just ice skating. Like, I know I'm not causing anyone harm. You're stuck with us. Why people get mad at you for holding the camera in public? People just don't like to be on camera sometimes. It just weirds people out. It just depends on your perception of cameras in general and stuff, I guess. Of course, we never disappear, Justin. I did miss you on Insta, but man, I'll say it again. Okay. Pauline, hey boss, has the project given you a glimpse of things that make a good life a good life? What are those things? That's a pretty interesting question. I mean, I think good things are like living in the moment and like being surrounded by people you like and doing things you like and not doing things you hate. And yeah, this project has given me a glimpse of a lot of that. This project has given me a glimpse of a lot of that. And there are some things that don't like balance, that don't line up with like obviously my perfect vision of life. Some parts of the project make a lot of things in life a lot harder. And it's not that I don't want to have to like work hard in life and stuff, but as I've said a couple times, like one of the hardest parts is the toll it takes on the relationships. And some people just, no matter what they say or how hard they try, like sometimes you just can't avoid the fact that when they look at you, you have a camera on you. So it's gonna be different. But yeah, for the most part, it's given me a lot of good looks into the good life. Seeing you this year has been so amazing and has changed about how I think about my own life. That's awesome. I think I can speak for everyone when I say I'm really gonna miss you, man. Thank you, Aaron. That's really cool. Marcus Grant, Michael, one thing is for sure, year end is going to be a mix of emotions, sad and happy. What's going to be your advice for viewers who made your stream a part of their everyday life? Hashtag like me. That's awesome, Marcus. I guess the best piece of advice I would say is like, in a way, you've sort of invested in this project. You've invested in almost like a relationship with me, and whether I have like talked to you or not, whether I know you in person or any of the situations, or whether it's just me like reading your messages once in a while on the Q&A, like there's some reciprocation there, but there's going to be like a large amount of that reciprocation is going to disappear after this year is over. And so for some of you, it might create like a hole or a vacuum in your relational life. And I think probably the best piece of advice I could give you is to reinvest that time in other relationships in your life, like whether it's going out and meeting new people, joining some group or something, finding people with similar hobbies to you and meeting some of them, trying to form some new relationships, or just like investing some extra time in the ones you already have, family and friends. If you've got any of those, then pour some of that extra energy into them and make the most of it, because your relationships are important. They're really important. And if this has served as one this year, then yeah, it's gonna vanish. If only for a little bit, it's gonna vanish. So you gotta be ready to make sure that you have other things to take its place, and make sure that those are productive and healthy things, at least in some way. I love how quick on your feet you were at the skating rink. Thanks, Stanley. That was a blast. I actually was not that fast and quick on my feet. It was just a really stark contrast from the other people who were very, very slow and clumsy, like people at the majority of ice rinks and museum. Yeah, the museum was. I think you mean. Oh, you're talking about the making excuses for the stream. That's funny. But yeah, skating between people at the rink was fun too. Do you think you would still miss chat when you're 100? I mean, listen, I'm not in chat a lot. Like, I don't go in chat. My main chat interactions. I mean, I'll go in chat once in a while, but like for the past couple months, it's been more focusing on like what's going on around me in the present, and having the project going. Because as I've said, like the chat community at this point, it is exactly that. Like, it's a community, and it's not relying on me anymore, and I think that's a good thing. And clearly, like it's very successful, and you guys, all of you have found a place that those of you who interact with it have found a place that brings you something. I'm happy about that. But my main interactions with the chat are during Q&As, and if I'm doing a hangout, I'll read it. And yeah, I'm 100% gonna miss that. I mean, I love this stuff. I love the weekly Q&As. Like, I like hearing what all of y'all have to say, and I like answering questions, obviously, but it's just nice. I mean, I like seeing the familiar names when the thing starts, and it's like I see hi from like Bruce and Byrne and Naomi and GP, and it's just like it's dope. It's a great feeling, and I'm gonna 100% miss that. You touched on the topic of self-awareness. Do you observe yourself pre-reacting to the end of the project? I did talk about this one a little bit in the newsletter too, but isn't another good thing that I should touch on here. GP, some people pre-act by distancing themselves to prepare for the painful end. That's a good question. I didn't think that's what you meant when you asked it to me on Instagram, but I probably just didn't read it right. I think that like there's nothing in particular that I'm doing to prepare myself. Like, I'm not like socially trying to distance myself from the project or anything. If anything, I wanted most to be able to like invest all my time, like really, nail the final timestamps and highlights and conclude everything work-wise that I wanted to do for the project, so that once January 1st hits, I would just be like, snap. That's a good snap. Like back into normal life, so I could have a really stark contrast and experience total normal life compared to absolute live stream life, and make the distinctions between the two, and understand what's good about one, what's good about the other, and that type of stuff. But that's not going to be the case. I think I'm going to have a lot of work that's going to pour over and leak into the first few days or weeks of next year, which is totally fine. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I think it's important for me to find some mental space completely away from the project for a little bit to be able to have some introspection and think about things. So essentially what I'm saying is, no, I'm not pre-reacting, but I'm accidentally going to be not investing as much time in like timestamps, highlights, etc., as I did in previous weeks. But a lot of that just has to do with the fact there's more going on. I'm here, I'm visiting, we're doing stuff every day, which is totally fantastic. And then for the last week, there's going to be a lot going on. There's going to be people out there every day. And I'll probably, do work, but I don't want to be sitting on my computer all day for everyone's sake and my own. It's too unique of an opportunity to be wasted just sitting on my computer. I have to second Aaron London's comment. Thanks, Nick. I'd love to bring you over to the UK, and I've told you that before. Take up the offer. Aaron, appreciate it. What advice would you give to someone who's thinking of embarking on a year-long live stream project? I've answered this one a couple of times, and I think the biggest thing is like, this is going to be a rephrasing of something I've said in the past, but you gotta be ready for anything. You have to know all the consequences that could happen. You could die, number one. Someone could find you and just kill you because they're obsessed, or they think it'd be like a funny prank to murder someone, Like, you gotta be ready for that. You gotta be ready to have all of your future professional job opportunities disappear because of things that surface on the internet from you live streaming your life and unintentionally showing stuff that doesn't look good for you. Um, you gotta be ready for anything. You gotta be ready to become super famous if that happens to you. You just gotta be ready. So if you're ready for everything, then it's the first step. If I were bumping into you in person, and are you cool with people coming up and say, "Oh, Tim T, absolutely, yeah." Yeah, I think it's only happened to me like once or twice, but 100%, yeah. I saw. Thank you, Problemato 18. I'm actually ready for what's next, and I think saying goodbye is necessary to push us towards that. I will miss all this, but new chapters can be fun too. This is my new chapter once too. Hashtag I'm ready. Jason B. Through this year, you've crafted a relationship with now with 4.91K people. How has that made you think on the topic of friendship and relationships? It might be a stretch to say that I've crafted a relationship with that many people. Um, Simon and Brian talk about parasocial relationships in their podcast, which is sort of like it's like a one-directional relationship, or like the guise of relationship, but it's really just like someone relating to someone else through some kind of social or just normal media. But obviously, I don't think that's the case for all the relationships here. I think that a majority of that number, clearly, um, say like 1,000, is just strictly some sort of parasocial relationship, and then probably like 2,000, 3,000 are just people who just want to like. Actually, I don't know. I guess that would then maybe a bigger majority would fall into like parasocial interactions, which is just like people just watching me do something. Like there's no real relationship. But I mean, with a lot of people, there is some sort of relationship, and some of them like stronger. I've talked to some people more than others, and um, it's it's intense. I mean, like I would say the biggest change in the way that I think about it is I've been impressed with the quality of people that have reached out to me, and like the quality of conversation and friendship and like support, and just like the general niceness and thoughtfulness and intelligence of the people who in general message me. And so that's been impressive to me, and that's changed my perspective for the better. Uh, and it's probably increased my idea of the plausibility of digital relationships, because I certainly have some of those, and a lot of them don't feel like it's just a random username. It feels like something more real than that, which is definitely more than expected. Um, Wi-Fi hotspot. Hi, have you finished Christmas shopping? I haven't done any Christmas shopping besides for Ethan and Davy. However, their excuses, yeah. Grandpa Judd, Judd, that's crazy. Congratulations, Michael, for pulling us off and keeping his body together after he dissolute the beginning last winter. Thanks, Judd. I actually still have, I think you recommended I do like a before and after body transformation, because I was like just drinking a lot of alcohol and eating fast food all the time, and you're like, you should watch how your body deteriorates over the course of this year. And so I'm going to do that at the end of the year. I took a before video, and I'm going to take it after, and so we're going to see what the difference is. But yeah, it's cool that you came back, Judd. So you stopped listening to a street musician there, and I like you spared a little time to do that. Yeah, it was cool. It's a good, pretty sweet saxophonist. I don't know even if that was an instrument or what, but it was nice. I think there's a difference between a street musician and a good street musician, and I don't have a problem with either, but I really like good street musicians. Judd's been forever. Were you skeptical about doing not safe for work stream, and your friend and family will see them? No, I didn't really care much about that. Like, it doesn't bother me if my friends or family see that stuff. Obviously, I would assume my family would not want to, so they probably just wouldn't seek it out. But the only thing I was skeptical about, I just didn't want this project to be confused with like a large-scale porn project. I didn't want it to be like Michael Gary like streamed himself pooping for 2 months. I want it to be Michael Gary streamed his whole life for a year. So That was my biggest concern. Yes, but I've been lurking in the background. Nice. Did you watch the Cowboys game? No. Snapping like things. Do you think that some of your viewers or fans overstep the boundaries or private messaging? That's about it. I think that happens pretty rarely. And if it does happen, it's like, it's only by a little bit. And then if it is overstepped, someone's like, I want to do this to you or something like that, and like they just don't respond usually. And there's only a couple times where someone's been like, I think 2 times where someone's been like actively rude to me. It's bothered me, and so I've responded with something like, get out of here, like don't say things like that to me. But for the most part, it's really nice. It's overwhelmingly positive and not overstepping any boundaries. Where's the link to that? It's in my bio, description. Thanks, so you're going to wear the eagle costume skiing. Yeah, maybe. That'd be kind of funny. There's some weird audio feedback. Let me check that out. I think that's just as good as it gets. I'm sorry. But I don't really think that's maybe something like, sounds like we're at the beach. Could you bring that computer, run it at hyperspeed? It's blowing its cooling fan wherever it is. Can you describe the camera equipment during this project? Yeah, it's. I'm going to do a quick tour. But I would do a better job in a dedicated YouTube video in the future. Camera equipment's Sony FDRX 3000. It's an action cam from Sony. It's like $350 if you want to buy it. LiveView Solo is the name of device that turns this camera signal into a live stream. And then 4 modems, cellular modems. And then the same device, LiveView Solo, bonds those signals to make a strong cell phone signal. And there's 2 50,000 milliamp hour batteries. If you want to live stream your whole life reliably, you need all of that. You need a server. Well, you don't need a server, but it'll make your life a lot better. But I do plan on making content about that stuff so that if you want like in-depth explanations, you'll be able to get them from the only person who's ever done it. Would you consider being a director producer for a reality show and start a new genre of 24/7? I think with the right marketing, this genre would become popular. Yeah, I agree that would become popular with the right marketing. But no, that wouldn't be for me at all. I wouldn't like that one bit. Someone's talked about like investing in something that's like a version of this project, but kind of with more elements of reality TV, I think. But I mean, it's a reality TV show series. It's not much for me. Like, I don't know. I couldn't do it for a long period of time. How often does every time I go to the bathroom, have you considered taking a southern route home to Texas and enjoying some warm weather? Yeah. I haven't considered it much, but I might. Especially if Ethan's not going to come back, then there's going to be maybe more relaxed. I can kind of do whatever I want. After visiting New York, would you like to live there? I have to make a lot more money first, but yeah. I think that'd be sweet. I'd need more days there, obviously, to like decide. But yeah, I liked it a lot. First impression was great. I've talked about wanting to live there before without even visiting, and this visit definitely confirmed that a little bit. Give me a little bit more interest in living there. Miss Beth, are you calling Texas home? Oh, home to Texas. I think she meant home from Texas. No. Oh, she didn't mean. Oh, yeah, my bad. I didn't read that question right at all. Sorry. Mom, we're gonna go get Michael Bachurski, and then we're gonna take the most direct route possible because we have to get back on schedule. Can I be your friend? Not as a human, yes. What's the objective of 2020? I don't have any big objectives. I might like make a book or a documentary or something, or maybe, I don't know, just content related to this that kind of talks about it. But I don't have any huge objectives. Like play some piano. Grappling more questions. Steve, anxiety about all the people traveling to live with you in a few days. Are you worried about it all? Do you even still have any anxiety about like people's opinions at this point? No, I'm not anxious about it at all. I'm not. I'm only excited. I haven't been like talking the event up, like trying to say like, oh, it's gonna be the craziest thing ever, because it's not. It's just conversation. It's just me and Ethan. So I don't want to disappoint anyone, but I don't think we've been unfair with the description at all. And I think it'll be fun. And I'm excited to have all the people who've told me that they're coming come out. And if you have not decided or wanted to come out, and you do now want to, and you decide to come out, then go for it. Come visit me. Send me like a message or something, and book some tickets. This is the last Q&A. This is the second to last official Q&A. But I may do something for like the last hour of the stream, whatever. On New Year's, we'll see. Good point, Shelby. I do it all the time. If I'm on vacation, I call the hotel home. I think I've been too nomadic. We'll be the main communication channel. We can reach you whenever you're wondering what you're doing after the project. Instagram or Discord? That's a good question, Justin. I'm probably more likely to post on Instagram. If you want to reach me, it's easier to talk on Discord because I can type on my computer, so I prefer that. But I probably will eventually respond to Instagram. It just takes me longer because it's more annoying. Another question I wanted you to know that your stream is connected many of us through this chat, and part of the reason I kept coming back was the chat. Yeah, I agree, and I figured that, the chat's clearly become a community of its own, and it's pretty cool. And this is part of my everyday almost besides watching the stream, of course. Yeah, that's dope. And I think that adds on to what I was saying earlier about like the relationship aspect of the project. That community does not necessarily have to die or go anywhere after the project is over. I would assume it wouldn't be operating the same way that it is now, like in full capacity, but I think that it will still be around, and I think that community will still exist. Speak up. Sorry, Sheldon. What are some things you're looking forward to doing after the project, for example, going to the cinema? Yeah, I'm looking forward to going to see the new Star Wars. Will Brian and Simon visit you at some point? They're welcome to. But it would be more likely that I would visit them, probably, because I'm mobile. If they visited me, then it would be, oh, you mean for New Year's? Or, I don't know. But yeah, I'm sure I'll see them again in the future. They're really cool guys. You should travel to every major city in the country in the Prius. Yeah, that'd be cool. Shelby. Thank you, Naomi. Shelby's awfully rocker. Does he know that he is using the laptop mic? Is that right? No. That's super embarrassing. testing. Oh, that sucks. Don't know how to fix that. But that's too bad. I would have definitely tried to address the problem on my laptop rather than the microphone if I knew that it was going into the computer mic and not the external mic. So sorry about that. Would you consider being a mentor to people creating projects, starting a Patreon out of it? Like, would I be a mentor to people who wanted to do the same thing and then like they start a Patreon? I wouldn't have any problem with that. If they're cool people, I do want to help them. Michael, you're kind of mumbling. I guess bad needs some advice. Love you, Michael. Thank you, Josh. How is the Prius drive for long distance travel considering what you're doing next year? It's pretty good. Try compressor plugin if this is patched through GarageBand. It's direct through OBS, but I don't know why it's not working. I probably have to close OBS and reopen it to try and fix that. You're in a Starbucks. What do you order? Right now, probably a mint tea, Mint Majesty. Love you, Michael. Thanks, Justin. Love you, Josh. Are we hearing your built-in microphone? Yeah, that's definitely what's going on. Oops, sorry. No, I'm glad you told me. That's good. Tell me earlier if you guys see anything like that. It's good if you notice that. It's helpful. Do you want kids in the future? Same subject. Why? Can't stop watching your life. Very cool project. Yeah, I want kids at some point, probably. Glad to hear you like it. Say in the future you want to know significant sum money. What kind of project would you cook up then if you were still getting projects like this after this project? The next one that I want to do is I would want to do something like I think VR is the future for sure. It's like insane. So I'd want to do something like this, but with VR. That'd be sick. But I'm not going to do any more TV shows, so I guess you're not necessarily saying that. Yeah, if I got a bunch of money, I'd probably do something like that. But technology would have to be better and be there for that. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like Simon's house? I'll give it a 10. Ethan is coming. Okay. All right. Guys, now that we've gotten to the end of here, ask any of your questions for Ethan.
Oh, wow.
And then Simon might join for a little bit too in the end. So.
Should I pop in the screen?
Yeah, you can come over right now. And we can just ask him for both of you guys.
Can we sit in these chairs, potentially?
Yeah, there's a chair over here. Dude, it sucks. I did the whole thing, like talking this microphone like this, and this thing wasn't on.
Oh, damn.
It was like I had it routed through.
So did you have any audio?
It was on, but it was just like this mic, which is like shitty.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you can come in this one.
Who's more fit in your mind, Ethan? You or Michael? Michael, 100%. Easily. Congratulations.
Thank you. Steven said you should do a live stream so people can be you as they watch you. What?
VR, not be live stream VR.
You should do a live stream so they can be you as they watch you.
This is where you could probably do that with, like, if we go onto YouTube on the Oculus and pull up one of your, like, streams where you're just, like, it's the first person view. It would be like, you walking.
I don't know
You
if
know what
I wouldn't get it. I wouldn't watch that.
So
I think it's like a 360.
If you pull up a YouTube video, it wouldn't be 360 or anything, but like if you pull up a YouTube video of, say, you just walking somewhere, right, and you got the camera on your shoulder, and then put it in the VR, it would be that kind of bird's eye, like that kind of first-person view almost. You know what I mean?
Can't they just do that by
myself in VR?
Well, I'm just saying anyone could.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess that would be weird if you did.
Go to settings, audio, microphone, audio device, switch to microphone. I mean, it's... I mean, that should be it. It should be, the mic should be working. There's no reason for it not to be working, but it's not working. So,
Can you do your best impression of Michael? LOL. No, I can't. I can't do good impressions of anyone. Well, especially not you, because you act different all the time. Maybe like, I'll do an impression of him right now. This whole mic didn't work the whole time. It sucks, man. Like, honestly, due to all the coffee I drank today, I can't really show emotions the way Michael does right now. Anyways, Ethan asked Michael this, but what was the best reaction you got to the eagle costumes? The ladies in that, I didn't like the ladies too much because they were kind of weird. Oh, they're like, just do meth. I'm never leaving. This is the worst. But I think those ladies were pretty funny. I honestly think the best reaction we got to the eagle costumes were our own. Like, we liked them and have fun with them, so that was cool. Will you visit Davy in Norway? Yeah, 100%. I'm hopefully moving to Norway, like halfway through the year, later in the year, like August, so 3/4 of the way. Ethan, you look in shape the other day when you changed shirts over live stream. I might look in shape, but that's very different for me than being in shape. So I guess I'm skinny, like I don't have much fat. So there's that. Running might be easy. This has probably already been asked, but how did you and Davy meet? We met in Vietnam while we were traveling. I was like doing videography, and she saw me running around the like lobby, and then we hung out like a week later. It's a longer story, but hi.
Burn met Simon here.
Oh, question for Simon. Question for Simon. How is Michael and Ethan as a guest? They are very good guests. It was very weird at first, I think, the idea of them coming here, considering that like we didn't know each other at all besides just talking over Discord and stuff, but it turned out to be very cool. And yeah, I mean, they're like doing dishes and stuff. I'm telling them not to, but that's.
I definitely think this house has gotten dirtier since we got here.
Oh, no question, but like, don't worry about that.
That's Simon Byrne. Sorry, Byrne says. Ethan, what's the most immediate, happiest memory you can call right now of your friendship with Michael? The most immediate, I have a really happy friendship. Honestly, we've had a lot of really good times this year. I might remember them most because I've seen highlights of them. But one of my happiest moments with Michael was when we were doing this like Isoplex project, and I felt like I didn't really I didn't expect it to work. I didn't know if it would work or anything, but we were on this like rooftop chilling after we finished this videography project that we faked a portfolio to get into, and we were like drinking this wine in this nice place, and it seemed like we had achieved success. So that was a pretty happy moment. I'm sure there are more, but that's the one that comes to mind. Ethan, how long are you letting your hair grow? I have no idea, honestly. Ethan, when you get to Norway, are you and Davy going to do some sort of project together on YouTube? Maybe. Honestly, I waver on whether or not I'm gonna like invest a lot more time in like social media and videography, and if I'm going to like just completely take it out of my life. So I'm sorry if that's sad, but sometimes I question like if it's good. I'll definitely make more videos though, and we'll travel together, and I'll make stuff of that because I like doing that. Danny Show, Rolly Eyes, Lal Burn, Brian is on everyone's mind. My best moment from Ethan from this stream, John 3:16. That was hilarious. I watched that back, and it was so funny. Simon, did you shake off a sense of starstruckness when you met Michael and Ethan?
I wouldn't say starstruckness. I think it was just awkwardness at first because it's like, it's kind of something we talked about in an episode of like, remember what we mentioned with your mother? I think that like going into something, if like you wanted to date someone from the live who watched you all year, they would go into it with like knowing you and not knowing you wouldn't know them as much. And it felt weird at first because you didn't know Brian or I at all. We felt like we knew you guys already, but I think that lasted very shortly.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of interesting because when I heard you and Brian, you guys were doing the podcast, and I talked to you, you guys were kind of the celebrities in that dynamic, it felt like, which was funny.
It is funny.
Do you, Ethan? Is that how I'm supposed to say that? I don't really know.
What?
Do you, Ethan?
Do you, Ethan?
Do you?
I do. Simon, how does your hair still look fluffy after wearing a hat?
Oh, I don't know. I love my hair. My hair is always great, and yeah, it's just always kind of looks pretty cool. I don't know.
Bright New Look says, Ethan, would you grow a beard like Michael? I tried. I succeeded, but it was too embarrassing for Michael. Actually, I can't grow facial hair well. It grows sometimes in some places. Michael, are you and Ethan excited for people from the chat to come and visit?
I'm excited.
I'm really excited. It's going to be fun to meet people. I might be stressed out, or I might have a lot of fun. I have no idea what that time's going to be like. For Simon,
did you feel any worries about being on the stream? No. I am very open in general. My friends will attest to that, as is Brian. We're very open people, very open with each other, so we really had no worries at all about that.
Speaking of being open, Simon, how did you find Michael's channel?
Well, I found Michael's channel 2 ways, actually. One was I saw the initial postings in like July on that forum that everyone likes to reference, and then it started coming up in my YouTube recommendations.
That's insane.
Yeah, like weeks later.
Does Bachurski get a VIP room at the hostel?
Yeah, he gets to sleep with me.
Yeah, he does. You, Bachurski, and Harley.
Holy shit.
That's so funny.
Sounds like two very annoying people in Bachurski. Michael, why are you just standing there and say nothing? LOL.
Crying face. Tongue emoji.
Just speak up.
If you had a wish to make for Michael in 2020 based on how well you know him, what would it be? Each of you.
Mine would be. Oh, this is actually a good
Unlimited
wish.
candy.
No.
Oh.
Find a new fulfilling project. A bigger one, because that makes it a wish, because you'll probably do one either way, but a bigger fulfilling project. Ethan, do you ever watch a stream when you're not around Michael? I don't tune in too often to the stream when I'm not around Michael, unless I'm using it just like to check what Michael's up to.
What's your wish for me, Simon?
Oh, it's a good one.
To get braces.
I don't think it even that bad.
TV braces? No, I don't know. Just to keep doing stuff that makes you happy and gives you, feels like it gives your life a purpose,
Dude, I don't understand why my head is crooked. I can't fix it. Is this straight?
Alright.
Someone says
one last question. Simon, if you can give Michael an advice right now, what would it be?
Hang it.
Thank you. Turn my alarms off before Q&A.
That's a good one. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't really have any advice for you,
Alright.
unfortunately.
My answer is to the merch one is this shirt here. This is my favorite piece of
I'll agree
merch.
with that one. I like that one too.
I like John 3:16 too. I feel like someone might punch me if I wear it.
Simon, what made you all want to do the podcast about the project?
They can hear that in the podcast, can't they?
Yeah, we describe it. Luckily, Brian and I were talking about it for a while before we decided, and it's really tough to. I don't know. We were just constantly talking about it for a while, and we were having really good discussions about it when we were going on hikes and stuff, and we decided it was interesting enough that we could make a series out of it, and also it was small scale enough that we could probably get some access. And here they are. So I guess we did.
Do you guys take a selfie while wearing Eagle costume? Davey screenshotted some stuff and sent it to me, so we have some selfies.
Did you think when you were thinking about making one, like, it was like an investment? Like,
What do you mean?
if we hit this, if we cover some of this project early, like, make it bigger and then...
Oh, not really. I mean, there was a sense of like ground floor getting in kind of thing for sure.
Yeah.
I think a little bit. I think we made the joke the other day about if for some reason this is found, later on it blows up, that like
Yeah.
people will have to cite us
Yeah,
if they want to do it.
NPR will.
NPR will have to cite us or whatever,
Yeah.
How can we keep in touch with you? Maybe that's something to be discussed. We can leave the Discord open, get rid of all the channels besides one. Like, will the stream ever come back? People can send messages in there or something. I don't know. Is the Q&A over? The answer is yes. Do you guys want to answer these?
Yeah, there's like one.
I don't mind going a little extra.
Go for it, yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
Do you guys play video games? The answer to Pauline's question now is no. Do you guys play video games? If so, which ones? Yeah, a little bit. I play some League of Legends. I probably won't be playing much the next 3 or 4 weeks. But Simon?
Yeah, I play a ton of video games. I'm playing Star Wars Battlefront 2. I just played Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I'm playing Death Stranding. I'm pretty much always playing some sort of video game. I love video games.
Can we have an extended Q&A with Simon and Brian?
No. Brian would never agree to that, and I don't want to do that. Brian wouldn't be able to take it seriously. Brian can't do anything seriously.
Bright New Look said, "Where's Brian? He's at home."
Brian's home. He's sleeping.
Bill Turnip said, "Ethan, if you hadn't met Michael, how would your life be different?" That's actually a really interesting question. I think it would be very different. I think Michael has shaped a lot of the person I am today. And so I would definitely be something. I might even be more successful based off of society's standards. But Michael was a very big part of me becoming who I am today. I can't really say how it would be different. Maybe I'd dedicate more time to school and do more networking instead of like throwing cats on the live stream and stuff. I don't know. New York City again tomorrow? Yes.
Yes.
Are you so close to your other mutual childhood friends? I am close with a couple people. Honestly, this year, I don't really know about last year, but this year I've definitely felt distance growing. And a lot of my friends have like graduated college now, and I think that's just the nature of things. So I've felt like there's less familiarity between me and people who I used to be friends with, like trying to keep in touch because that's not really a priority to anyone anymore. What do you think?
Yeah, I still hang out with some childhood friends. Hunter, Lance, once in a while. What's the other kid's name? Peter, Skinny Pete. I was kidding. Who else?
Oh, I've answered this question before. What would each of you say is the best quality of the other, and why? Simon, I have to think of your best quality.
Some time for one last quite serious question. I realize.
Yes, I think so.
Brian will be with us for a bit of the day, and then he has to go to work.
Okay, Michael's best quality is his creativity, which is a simple answer because I can't do anything more complex. Simon's best quality is I don't know you super well, Simon.
Sorry,
His hospitality.
His
really
hospitality.
great host.
That's true.
Is Brian chaperoning tomorrow? I have no idea. My best quality from Michael is I'm funny. My best quality from Simon is I'm funny.
That's probably what I would have said anyway.
Okay. Is there time for one last serious question? Yeah.
Answer the height question.
What's your height? I'm 5'11" and a half.
You're getting smaller.
Simon, have you found yourself censoring or modifying what you say since MG has come to the house? Not really. I think initially Brian and I were like, all right, we have to be careful, and then that lasted maybe an hour.
That's funny.
And yeah, there's probably some stuff we've said that probably shouldn't be there, but sorry.
Simon, what is your job?
I work at a restaurant.
This is a cool comment.
Merry Christmas. Simon, do you have any assumptions before a meeting?
I'll say thank you on behalf of Michael, Ray Nil.
For Michael and Eve.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Did you have any assumptions before meeting Brian and Simon? Yeah, I thought that Brian would be short and have a beard, which he did have a beard, and I thought that Simon would be like really scrawny and tall and like kind of awkward.
Dude, I fucking killed to be scrawny and tall.
No, this is better, trust me.
Okay.
I think both of you guys came across as, I think you come across as smarter in real life. Not that you seem like not smart, but
Yeah.
you just seem like very smart in real life.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks.
Actually,
so
you're
smart.
dumb and only Brian's smarter.
He's so smart though.
Yeah.
Talking about one Mike Spices. I don't know.
Talk about my vices.
I don't know what your vices are.
This one's for Michael. In your manifesto, you said, I just want to exist. And what if nobody cares? How do you feel now?
That's a good question.
About this project? Or I don't remember what I said that about. Do you know? You watch it?
Me?
I don't remember what that was in my things too. I still want to exist. And I still don't know if anybody cares. That's what you're asking.
You don't?
You don't know if anybody cares.
That's stupid.
That's
No,
stupid.
I mean, I listen. This is a deeper question than like, do you care? Like, think about when we were having this discussion. Briefly,
Yeah.
right? It's about like caring beyond the idea of someone. Like the fact of does anyone actually really care about anyone else? It's a greater question.
Yeah.
I'm not doing like a pity thing. Like, do you guys care? Like, please, do you care?
Merry Christmas, y'all. Till what date do you stream? January 1st. For Michael and Ethan, what was your assumption with Simon and Brian, which is completely opposite after spending more time with them? I don't really think I had any assumptions that were like completely opposite. I didn't really, I guess the short and tall thing, but that was just like a silly, like me imagining them.
We were all worried it was going to be like real psychotic people that were horrifying and terrible.
No,
You were?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't.
Wait.
Did you have that fear at all?
No, were we worried that you guys were?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Who's a better singer, you or Michael?
Think that more.
I don't know. Are you the better singer? Who's a
No,
better singer?
you're probably better.
We're both
really
pretty bad.
But Simon's the best, probably.
Yeah, Simon's definitely better than us. I've never heard him
Simon,
sing
do a
though.
What? Singing?
Yeah, that's
No,
fine.
hell no.
No, come on a little bit.
No, absolutely not.
Sticks?
No.
Come sail away.
Lol, Michael says Naomi. Amon's channel said, "Will you ever stream your sex?" LOL.
Ethan, are you gonna stream your sex?
I'm not.
Why?
Um,
Why? What's your answer?
It's private.
It's private. Knock. Read the description. Michael is a rapper, not a singer. Thank you, Justin. No more questions from me.
Okay, 1 minute left. If you don't submit your question by the time it turns 10:10, it's all over.
I think it's 11.
Yeah, it is.
No, that's not good. It's okay. I'm on page like 20. I let the coffee get the better of me and took really diligent notes over the first
Coffee.
chapter.
The coffee. The white powder coffee.
That sounds sketchy.
It is sketchy.
You're right.
You're dropping parachutes of random Chinese liquids down your mouth.
I mean, they're not liquids. Okay, I assume they have like a tiny lag, so I'll give it time for one more question.
No one asks anything. They just don't want to know anything more. You're sitting there like, okay, I'm just waiting. It's now 12:45, but it's really a lag. Give them a chance. I'm so sorry that I charged you twice, but I really need the money.
Get away with it. I know you could. You would get away with it. And you know you would. Piece of shit. Guys, please. I'm so sorry.
It's like Michael sends out
Everyone's like,
reminders.
no problem, Michael. Like, anything. Do you need more money? We'll even give you more, dude.
Michael sends out like reminders on the 31st of every month, like, "Hey guys, if you want to subscribe to my Patreon, go ahead," and they
Do
can
it
double
right,
charge.
do it right now.
Seems fitting.
All right, no one wants to ask you anything, Ethan. It's 11:11.
All right, guys. Yeah, my whole life changed. I'm staying in
Oh
College Station.
yeah. Do your.
How did you
announcement.
not give it a question about that?
That's
People will
funny.
pay attention.
Your
Yeah,
life
people-
blew up today and no one cared.
Was that today? All today?
Yes.
Technically, right? I mean,
Wasn't it?
last
Yeah.
night,
Oh, no.
real
Yeah, no,
late.
you came down.
No.
You
It
came
was,
down
it was the last 2 days.
Yeah.
It was
Um,
real late last night.
Yeah,
I got
it
something
was.
happened with one of my community college classes where I
24
didn't submit an
hours.
assignment, and I got kicked out of the class, and apparently I get a refund. I haven't gotten it yet. That's in the works. But I can't go to school now because I can't get the loan that I would have gotten, which is like a 15% loan for $10,000. But I decided to stay in College Station as my adaptation, and I'm going to take another community college class and work and save up money so that way I can go back to school in March. And Michael's going to leave. I'm going to live in Parker's house with Harley
For free.
for a month, and then I'm going to pay.
He's gonna leave. He's gonna change his mind after a free month. All right, that's it.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for making me not complete my homework on time.